Good evening. We are live, back with Kane's Corner. It's been a while. Been taking some time to myself. It's been pretty great, to be quite honest. Enjoying my time and just relaxing and trying to do the right thing and, you know, enjoy my days. Enjoying life. I can't complain. I've been in a good spot lately, and I figured, hey, Menner's basically begged me to come do a show, so I said, why not? Why not? There's plenty to talk about, as we know. There's plenty to talk about. I got a special guest coming on. I'm just waiting for him. His camera was a little messed up. He had no shirt on, so I don't know if you could put that together, but should be a fun show. Excited to talk to this guy a little bit, but until then, I guess we'll get right into it. But great 4th of July. The weather was unbelievable. I don't know what you guys did. I had a great time with my kids. Went down to Bristol. Bristol is, if you don't know, a huge 4th of July town. It's got the longest and oldest 4th of July parade in the country. Hold on one second. And just lots of people come from all over to join the festivities. Growing up there, I guess you really don't think much of it, any different of it. You just figure it's normal for people to react this way during the 4th of July, and a lot of people do have good towns that they live in that celebrate the 4th of July the right way. I mean, my girlfriend lives in Wilmington, and she told me it was a crazy town for 4th of July. To be honest, they had all their festivities done the Sunday before the 4th of July, which I thought was very weird. Not sure what that's about. So I went over there, I checked out her situation, and not quite the same. Didn't have the same, the same, when you celebrate the 4th of July in Bristol, it's the whole town. It's a huge opportunity to see what it's like for a town to really celebrate. But I got Rhyno here. I'm going to bring him in. Rhyno is coming on Kane's Corner. I don't know if this is good for his brand. Actually, I know it's not. I don't know who's going to like this or not, but, Rhyno's a good guy. He also said he was a Kane guy, so we're going to bring him on. Let's get him on stage. The one, the only, Rhyno. How we doing, my friend?
Outstanding, Kane.
Excellent. Where are you staying tonight? You in the Fenway area?
Dorchester. This is Dorchester. No, still no Fenway.
Okay. What'd you do for 4th of July?
Stayed in.
Yeah.
Nothing. Behind me, on the street behind me for years, at my window they do, I don't know how many fireworks, 7 hours worth.
Wow.
Crazy.
And that's in Dorchester?
Yes.
All right. No family with you on 4th of July? No. No cooking. No food.
No.
Wow. Interesting.
Yep.
Anyway.
Holidays are just another day to me, Kane.
It's too bad. 4th of July is a big holiday, though. It's it's America's birthday. The whole country. It's the summertime. The country's celebrating.
Yep.
They don't want to take part, huh? Enjoying just hanging at your house.
Usually I would go to Wollaston Beach and see the fireworks from town there.
Okay.
But I didn't this year, no.
So you've rifled up the charts here. I've been kind of watching your progression, pretty excited about it. It's tough. You come up and then everybody loves you. And then, like I was listening to the Aussie Minute Fan show, and some of the critics are starting to come out and, give you, this how it happens. You get some critics, get some not, but
yeah.
Kind of where do you stand? I want to ask you, have you been booked to come back in yet to studio?
Nope.
Into the studio? No. Interesting.
No. I went to the Dozen that Thursday night. I went to Lucky Strike, but very little talk of any of that. No.
Okay.
Culinary was my benefactor. Culinary was the one who was interested. No one else cared.
Wow. I mean, you actually got a lot of good reaction though from the fans, which is, for your first time in studio, I have to say it was you knocked it out of the park. That doesn't happen often. It's a pretty rare situation. I know you've been. How long have you been listening to the show? All you said all the way through, right?
Yeah,
You've been there
right
since EI.
through, right through. Yeah.
So you've seen it. You've seen all the new third chairs come in.
Yep. Yep.
Did you watch it on YouTube or do you watch it through
YouTube.
the YouTube? Okay, so you've seen it. People come
Oh,
in,
yeah.
they struggle or not, or it's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, the first time you sit in front of Kirk Minahan is obviously not easy.
Oh, yeah.
So I just figured after your first time, and Colin's usually pretty good about locking in for the second time, and he didn't lock you in, huh?
No, he was 1 foot out the door. You remember the circumstances?
Yeah.
I'm late.
Yes.
Kirk locks the door, and they decide, well, we might as well talk about Culinary leaving. Just
right.
Mike and Kirk.
And then they let you in, and then the magic happened. Magical situation. What else have you been? A lot of fans reached out to you? Anybody trying to get you? Has Benners reached out to get you on his show? Or what's going on with that?
The very first night, I believe Freddie Lynn sent me a DM, but I didn't respond. I didn't know. At that time, I was a total novice on Twitter. I still am, but I didn't know anything at all.
To be honest, that was the right move. I mean, Freddie Lynn is you don't want to respond to him. He's lower than much.
Yeah, I don't even know him.
Should be. What do you want? What was he asking you?
Just come on his show.
His show.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, interesting. All right. So he was trying to grab a little clout on the way up.
Yeah. I've gone on Spaces a couple of times, but just listened. I sent Menace a tweet. I don't know how to do my microphone. That for the very first night, I might have thought about going on because it was a few people I like. Montante was on there.
Okay. But
I couldn't work the microphone anyway.
What'd you think about the Spaces? You were on there listening. Were you impressed?
No, the first night, BA was drunk. And he wouldn't stop about some stupid idea he had to save the world, I believe.
Oh boy! So he was high. Maybe that was a cocaine night too. Or, yeah.
He was gonna literally play a song over, and I forget what it was. Menace was going like, "BA, please stop! You're driving everyone crazy."
And he gets like that. It's brutal. Hard to listen to. Like the guy.
Was.
It's a tough listen, and I
stayed in there. I listened, so now I'm upset. Now I'm really like, what did I do?
Upset because you had to put that into your life, and now it's there, and you can't not forget about it. Got it.
Yep.
Yeah, that happens. It's a tough world in there.
Yep.
So what else is what do you have planned here? What is are you going to do that drive in the summer with those guys? Have they approached you about that?
Again, nothing. Cricket. Nothing. I haven't talked to anyone. Culinary was my benefactor. He pushed to get me on, but since then, he at Lucky Strike, he didn't even want to talk about anything.
Wow.
That was Thursday. His last show was Friday, and he's out. I went to that practice last Sunday. I brought his name up like 3 times, and it was just like,
nothing,
who?
You were at the practice. You saw that the practice. Beanbag Ron went down, right?
Yes.
All right. Did you see his ankle? Have you seen that?
I've seen it on Twitter. Yes.
Unbelievable. So I'm gonna pull it up 1 second. So today he was kind of like I couldn't tell if he was serious or not or what's going on. But when you look at that ankle, I don't know about you. It's really swollen. It looks like a high ankle sprain.
Yeah.
I don't know. You watch sports, Rhyno? Sports guy?
Big sports guy.
High ankle sprains in basketball are pretty fucking brutal. Today he was up there climbing a tree. So the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
You think his ankle is gonna be like back to you gonna be able to work like he did, or did he when he got fell down in practice, when he got back up, was he hobbling away? Was he
Nope.
No.
He put ice on it and he wound up practicing again, finishing the practice.
Are you serious? This guy is unbelievable.
Yes.
All right. So he got back up. He played it. Now he showed his ankle. Now that looks like it was after the practice, probably, right? He kind of swelled up. You think he's going to play, or?
Oh,
yeah. It's 100% guaranteed he's going to play.
Beanbag Ron. Someone else I'd be worried about. But not Beanbag Ron.
I want to double check. So I said this to Colony. I want to make sure I was right. Did you go to the other basketball games last year too? Were you in the stadium for those?
No, Belmont and Waltham. No.
Okay.
I watched them all with Josh and James.
All right. And the first thing you did, you showed up at practice, and that's the first time you showed up at a basketball thing? Was that?
Yes. Like you saw me. We sat across next to each other the first game, the blowout.
Yes. The 125. Okay, that was you. All right. I thought that was a different guy, but that was you.
I needed a haircut and probably a shave.
Yeah, because Colin said something. I'm like, no, look, I talked to him, and I was like, first they were saying he didn't know anybody. I'm like, he knew all the players. The guy I talked to, he figured he knew everybody. So that kind of made sense. So all right,
he's sitting next to you, and Johnny was in front of us. You had the notebook, which I was puzzled. Like, what's he got a notebook for? It turned out you were the official scorer.
Not anymore.
No,
it's unfortunate. We'll get to that a little later, but I won't waste your time with that. But so
that was me sitting next to you. I was laughing. The team dunked. I was like, "This is."
That was crazy. I was saying to other people, like, you really can't tell how good they are really on the video. You know what I mean? You have to almost be there to see it, like the difference in the talent.
Yeah.
People they got killed by that team. Well, that team was like, much better. Well, it's not even like
they were doing alley-oops. I went, oh my God, what did they get themselves into?
Unbelievable. It was a good run. Saw you at the game, which was nice.
Yep.
And obviously you'll be at the July 28th game with no role yet. Just kind of.
No, I could do stuff, but I want to be a fan. I want to be yelling. And I had a ball that game. That was fabulous. New York.
I will say, doing other stuff takes away from the game. Like trying to keep track of stuff, all the points and the score and shit. Like you do miss.
Yeah.
A lot of that. So I don't know. I don't know if they'll be able to find somebody to do it. Obviously, I would 100% do it. I will say, Rhyno, I did get a DM. Me and Menners together got a DM, and he basically, he called me a coward. He called me gutless, and then he said if I show up at the game, he's going to have the cops arrest me.
Jesus.
I don't know if he was serious. I don't know what you think. Sounds pretty serious. So I got a lot of work to do from now until then. We'll see what happens, but you don't have a role yet. You watch practice now. Is that they let you stay through the full practice? Let you watch everything?
Oh yeah.
Interesting. Anything that stands out that you can, we don't want to break any news or anything, but
same thing I said after the effort and the hustle and the want to. They want it, So that from Providence has obviously been working. He going all out. He wants to, they just want to win so bad. That's their best feature.
It is a good feature.
It's going to be a tough game, but the effort and the want to and hustle is going to be what bring them through.
Is there anybody like you've been watching that practice or not that you're kind of surprised by, like the how much better they've gotten, or anything that stands out in that sense? Most improved.
Actually, Justin.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. He was receiving the ball much better, and they were going in. I don't know.
Interesting.
I didn't notice any real different way he was doing it, but the results were a way higher percentage of baskets. But
you think he's gonna play, or do you think he'll get any time?
No, he'll play. He'll get in, but the problem was he was being guarded by lesser people, and he was doing 3 seconds. I don't know if he needs to be right in front of the hoops, catch it, and go up from there. That's his only. But he improved. No, everyone else. Matt from Providence, like I said, he definitely has been playing and playing. You could tell that. He didn't even get tired. Everyone else, I was exhausted. I was all sweaty.
Yeah. What were you doing? Were you grabbing rebound, like grabbing balls from inbound?
No, I went out on the court once, and guess what happened?
What happened?
Rick said, "Get the fuck, Rhyno." I was like, "Yeah, get the fuck off the court."
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, no matter who you are, you get thrown off unless you're part of that team.
What Kurt? Get the fuck off the court.
Jesus.
Okay.
Well, he takes that serious, you know. He did fire that intern for fucking around with the team. So yeah, it's no joke. They obviously are taking this very serious. I'm excited for it. I know you are too.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you think about the dozen team? Were you did you think they underperformed, underachieved? About what you thought?
Great game. Terrible finish. Terrible last round. But I can't stand I think it's so stupid that geography is a subject on the dozen. Who cares about geography?
Geography's tough. What are the categories you think they can add into it? I was hoping one of these days, I know they have like a fast food kind of category, but something more with food would be nice to see.
Yeah.
Anything that you want to see in there?
No, I'm a sports guy. I wouldn't think, and I like movies, but I just think that one subject I think is terrible, and it's all because of KB.
Yes,
it was good at it 2 years ago, so it's become a topic. But how would run-of-the-mill guy know these crazy populations and like geography itself? Where is it? That was the one subject in school I was terrible at.
Yeah, so. It's hard. Some of those questions are really tough. I'm actually impressed with how good some of these guys are at trivia. It's actually pretty ridiculous. You know, it was a good run. It was a good run.
Yeah.
I think, I'll give my take later, but it's unfortunate that it came down to that. To lose that way is tough.
Yeah.
You went to the before little live show before.
Yeah.
How was that? I didn't get to go to that.
That was good.
Yeah.
A lot of well-known people there that I was seeing for the first time. I was like,
who'd you meet that he hadn't met before?
Who'd I meet? I met the kid that made the action figure of me. Real nice kid. He went in for the producer's job. Quidditch guy.
Great guy.
Met him. I met a lot of people I don't even know their names. I met the guy from Lucky Strike. He came up, said Joe, and I'm trying to think, and he's like, "Oh, you don't know me." I said, "I'm the manager at Lucky Strike." He said, "But I saw you on the show and loved it."
No shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So positive reaction all around, I'm sure. Yeah, good time.
Yeah.
Did you go to the after thing after at the
no.
Game On or
home for me? No.
That was it, huh?
Yeah.
Had enough.
Yeah. But got all kinds of reaction. I was a celebrity at the House of Blues. Everyone was yelling, "Rhyno."
Yeah, no, it's been it's pretty much been universal positive reaction. Is pretty much a rarity. So you're one of those rare guys, and if I were you, I mean, I hope, like, I know it doesn't seem like it's he's taking it well in stride, and I hope you just keep pushing. You don't want to take the first couple criticisms, people bothering you. You just push right through those fucking idiots, because there's a group of people that are gonna just try to bring you down or whatever they're gonna try to do. But I think you'll be fine because you got a good attitude. Don't seem too combative, which is a good thing. Should go well.
Yep.
Hopefully they call you soon to go back on. I thought you had. It's unfortunate they haven't booked you yet. Shit.
Yeah.
Any other network shows you're thinking about going on? Manners hasn't asked yet.
No, when in Berlin, I go over to Culinary after the game, and he's busy. Then I move a little further, and Josh and James are busy with a camera on them, and they're like, everyone's shushing me along, and then you waved me over from the scorer's table.
Yeah.
And I was at that point, I was like, "Oops, this was a big mistake walking over here." And then you called me over, and we talked, and then the team came over. I wound up getting a golf shirt and everything. So
nice.
it went from a low depth. I was like, oops, I shouldn't have come over here. This was a mistake. And then wound up very happy I came over.
Absolutely. Well, good people, I mean, that broadcast team, some of the best people.
Yeah.
Bobby Costa, Ted Sellers.
Yeah. That's who I saw Bobby at Lucky Strike. Him and had some good talks. Yeah, he's a real good guy.
Great guy. So you'll be on hopefully soon. The other thing I wanted to ask you, so there was some talk maybe about, I don't know. None of this is all, I guess people are wondering if it's all a bit or, if everything you said was real, not real, whatever. I mean, I don't wonder about it, but I've heard that conversation. But some people were saying maybe you were renting out that spot up at Fenway. Any truth to that? No. Just fell in your lap, huh? What an amazing deal.
I'm that lazy that it would never even occur to me to do what? Pick up the phone and call someone and try and get them to give me money? No. I don't care about money, Kane. I don't care.
It's good. There's a 1% chance you're just like a genius too, and you're just playing us all. I mean, it's out there. No,
I get to the end of the month and it gets a little rougher, but I've lived like this for forever. I've never had any money. I've never liked money. Money was always caused me troubles and pain. I had to do something. If I got money, this one wants to go out and this, I don't want to do any of that. I'm lazy. I'm fine by myself. I don't need company.
Well, yeah, you are a unique personality, my friend. I'm really enjoying the content. So, hope you get on more shows. Hope you get on going, and I'm gonna let you go now, though, my friend. I'm not gonna.
Okay, thank you, Kane.
Appreciate your time. Thank you, Rhyno. Talk to you soon, buddy.
You too.
All right. Well, look, we're live, so we get to react to live things. Not sure what's going on here. I'm getting some messages. I'm getting a message. Don't go on Spaces after. I don't know. Don't worry. I wasn't gonna. I didn't think I was going to. Staying away from Spaces. I like some people in there. They're okay. I just not big on, some of the shit that happens in there. It's just not, it's not necessary for me. I'd much rather do some shows, but let's get to some notes. So that was Rhyno. Rhyno, great guy. Lazy, we know that, and a very funny character. Great first show. But anyway, really what I'm here to kind of talk about too is just the situation that happened. I'm still kind of, I got that DM from Kirk. I was like, holy shit, not surprised. I mean, it's not the first time he's probably done that to somebody, and not a big deal anyway. If that's how you feel, it's better to say how you feel, and that was no problem with me. I was just, I took it back, like, holy shit. But I didn't understand the ducking part. I'm not really sure kind of what he meant by that, but I don't know. Maybe someday I'll ask him, but I don't know. But I think in the beginning, I mean, I think I really don't get it. Like, I really want the team to win. I mean, in the end, I'm a fan of the Kirk Minahan show. That's the team I want to win. I would never want another team to win. When me and Cinema had the talks in the beginning, in the beginning part of all this, when we kind of were, Kirk was building the team. I made a comment to Cinema. He had brought Bobby Fox on, which I thought was great. And then he decided to bring one second, I'm sorry. To bring on Clemmer. And I at that point I thought, like, this is not a great pick for them. I just didn't think so. I thought it was a little redundant. Kirk knows a good amount of baseball. He knows baseball. They have the same. He knows knows movies. Chris knows movies. Kind of seem redundant. And I will say, I said it before, and the Manners was right. That Aussie Minifan show, which was great this week. If you haven't watched it, I mean, Jackson actually had a great show, so it's well worth the watch. But I did say that I was wrong. I thought they were going to not get as far as they did. I really didn't. I mean, that's the greatness of Kirk, how great he is. He has to be basically perfect and play out of his mind for them to win. To me, that doesn't really necessarily represent That's a team that I don't feel confident is going to win. I just didn't. Obviously, in the grand scheme of things, like me and Menners were kind of fucking around. Obviously, they are championship contender. Of course, they were. And that I agree. I was wrong on. But in the end, Clemmer was what he was. I mean, let's not fuck around with this. I mean, Clemmer missed 2 out of the last 3 baseball questions. And honestly, what really got me was when Kirk told the story that when they went out for lunch, Clemmer missed that question where they would have been asked in the finals too. If that was real, I don't know. If it was, that kind of sums up Clemmer. I mean, right there, it should tell you that's not a guy you really can go to bat with. I don't think that's a guy that you can. I don't running him back makes no sense to me. I don't know why you would run back with him other than just to prove a point that you want to win with this guy. Well, let's not forget this guy had one of the. I mean, honestly, like Chris had a great a theater about me. Was it a theater near me? A theater near me. Sorry, it's honestly a great idea. It really is a great idea. I mean, I really enjoyed the podcast. I thought the idea was awesome. It was unique, and the guy quit after 4 months. Has this great idea, and just gives it away because of COVID. Just quits. I mean, if you have that kind of idea, and I know at the time he wasn't with Barstool, and I understand that, but it really was. And for a guy just off the street on the Kirk Minahan show, he came up with an awesome idea. He just gave it away. Just quit. Just did not want to do it. He goes and does that 100-hour stream and walks out early. He doesn't even make the full fucking stream. We could talk about the excuses all day. He didn't finish. He didn't. And the kicker really is, and I know Kirk sees it. I think, you're wrong, you're right, whatever the case. I think he's very upset that he lost. And we probably shouldn't have, Menners, I shouldn't have said it. Whatever. I'll give you that. It was a little early. Should have waited, But the fact is, after that, he goes on the show and Kirk's like, you need to study geography. It's like, yeah, Kirk. Yeah, I want to study geography. Yeah. And it's like, just does not give a fuck. I mean, there's not a guy that, in my opinion, really wants to play for a championship, win a championship, is not going to put the full effort in to help you get over the hump. You're going to be right back in the same fucking position again next year. You're going to have these guys. Robbie Fox was great. Great pickup. Clemmer will let you down. And it's going to happen again. I'm really not going to talk about it anymore because, obviously it stings. That's good. The bottom line is I want them to win. It comes from a place where he thinks I'm hoping they lose or something. I don't want you to lose. I just don't want you to have on Chris Clemmer because you're not going to win with the guy. He just has that lose. And I love Chris. I hate saying this. Chris has a content guy I like. I mean, I like him on shows. Everything he does, I enjoy. But when it comes to crunch time and you have to win something, Survivor he lost. I mean, he's not that guy. I would be absolutely stunned if they somehow pull out a championship with that team with Chris on it. Stunned. So I just think it was maybe a little overreaction by Kirk. Maybe not. I don't know. My opinion, I seemed a little over the top, but it really was an opinion that, yes, I didn't think you'd get that far. So I was wrong about that. But my basic point from the beginning was the Chris Clemmer addition wasn't a good one. To me personally, if you had Quiggs, I think you would have won it. But and that's pretty much what it is. It was a great season, a great run, a awesome finals. I watched the final match too, which was great. I'm a Brandon guy, so I was happy to see them win. And the other guys too. I mean, you got to say, those guys really played well. The Boost Ponies. I mean, they really, that's the difference between like a guy like what the hell's his name? Will Compton. Is that right? Will Compton. And Clemmer is the exact opposite. Compton does the most of his stuff, and he's a winner. Like he makes good decisions. He makes the right decisions. He's able to get everybody formed in the right, study the right stuff or whatever it is. The guy knows how to win. And Clemmer is like pretty much the exact opposite. And not that he's not the sole star of the Kirk Minahan team. I get it, but it's just those big spots. And it didn't. That's not necessarily the reason they lost. And I got to blame Clemmer. It's the first question. You come back from it. It just sets the tone on the team. And to me, like if I have him, I feel like we're not going to win. Like he's going to blow it somehow. And that's what happened. It kind of did happen that way, and really is unfortunate. I was really wanted a big win for Team KMS, but did not happen. And now, I'm banned. I'm been told if I show up at the basketball game, I'm gonna have the cops called on me. So I think that's, that pretty much speaks for itself. It's very unfortunate. Enjoy doing the stats. I would, do anything for it. Hey, look, if something comes about, I'll grab it. I mean, I would say, hey, I personally just want to just be able to watch it. It's a great experience. So not sure what I would have to apologize for, though. It's another thing. I mean, Manners is, I guess he'll apologize for anything. To save the network, he would, probably kill his mother, So I'm just wondering what to apologize for. I mean, if you want me to say I was wrong, that you wouldn't have made it to the past Elite Eight, I'll say that. But I don't know what to apologize necessarily for. I wanted you to win. I don't want you to lose. There's probably other people out there that want you to lose. Then it's not me. I really wanted you to win. And I saw the writing on the wall early with this guy, and it's unfortunate. Maybe we'll be shocked. Maybe he'll come through next year, but I don't see it. I just don't. So anyway, we'll get to the food portion here because we'll run out some time here. But I don't know if you guys saw this. This was absolutely fantastic. My guy Roscoe, great guy. Saw him at the last basketball game. We were talking for a little bit, and tell me his epic battles with Ozempic and how he's winning. Looked good. Looks good. So today I see that he's making a bakeless cheesecake. Interesting. I don't know. Seems pretty simple. I mean, kind of hard to fuck up. So he says, all right, I was looking through, I never made one of these before. So I was kind of look at the recipe, and it's kind of set for like 4 hours. So I knew we had some time. So I was hoping that he'd get me the picture before the show went up, and he did. So put it up here. I mean, this is, if you ever seen a work of art, you're about to see one. I mean, this guy belongs on one of those like cake decorating shows on the Food Network. This guy's got it. Let's bring it up. I gotta blow it up for myself. I just gotta look at it one more time. No, I think I saw Sneakers say like, something about Puerto Rico. That makes sense. Now we're gonna give you a little bit of advice, Roscoe. The cherries, you got to blend them, my friend. You got to get this more into like a sauce. It looks like you just poured it out of a bottle on there. Like there's no form. Everything's a different size. Those stars are like honestly, I could have my daughter, I could bring her over here. She'd make a better one than this. I mean, this is absolutely dreadful. I wonder how it tastes, because in the end, that's all really matters. Your lines are way too thick. No puree on it, nothing. It's like at that point, why even bother? Just put some dots around, maybe put some like little bit of white, little shredded stuff on top of there, and try to hide that shit. Because leaving it like that and sending the picture, well, I appreciate the picture, but it was a good try. But let's get those cherries blended. All right, I mean that would be a better solution here. Not great. I wonder how it tasted. I'm sure he'll tell us later that it was amazing. He's not. I mean, we've seen his taste in food. We've seen it in full display. I'm sure he's going to go with that. And well, maybe we can see it when he cuts it, see what it looks like inside, because the cream, you got to kind of get to really like stiff peaks so it holds, gives it some stability. And I'm not sure if that happened, but we'll find out. Another thing I'd like to address is Hot Dog Gate. Now, I took a lot of shit for this. And I should have brought somebody on from town. I don't know. I haven't seen John and Warren on a show in probably a year. So I don't know what he's been doing, if he goes on shows anymore or not. Could have brought him on. Kevin from Bristol, Matt from Providence. Even Nipples probably knows. Mama Kay. You know, we got a good group of people. Even Andrew Augustus. I mean, he's pretty much from down here. He knows Rod's. Rod's is an amazing place, a great place, unbelievable hot dog place. Now, I saw it probably a week before, a couple weeks before, maybe it was a couple weeks. I saw Mick post a hot dog from Cape Cod that you literally needed a fork and a knife to eat. It was unbelievable, like packed with shit. And I'm like, what is that? So I was down there on 3rd of July. Usually I'll stop over here. It's an experience. I know I grew up there, so I do have a little more nostalgia for it, but probably a terrible picture that I posted. Let's bring it up and get criticized a good amount for this picture. Let me blow it up a little more for me. I mean, mix like soggy bun alert. Look, the buns from this place come out of the steamer. Your steam buns. To get the perfect wiener, to get what we call the perfect wiener, you got to have the buns perfectly steamed, nice and warm and soft when they come out of the steamer. And the obviously the hot dogs need to be nice and seared. Now, this is a to-go hot dog, and I heard Matt from Providence kind of make the point that, like, it's hard to judge something when it's to go. Now, I was gonna do a show what the wrapper looked like, because that kind of tells a story too. It has that nice that perfect amount of grease that you need to call that an amazing, like, you want that grease in there for a great hot dog with meat sauce. Now, the meat sauce is made. The meat sauce that they make at Rod's is, now I don't know anymore how it is. There was an old woman that made every batch of it, supposedly. She was like a secret sauce. They didn't tell the staff how to make the sauce. And it was one of those town kind of secrets that the sauce was, you never were going to find out what the recipe was. And they were never going to sell the place either. Like, I think when the owner now, when he goes, the place is going with him. I do not think he will sell this place. So they make tons of these things, and they are phenomenal. And for these people, these assholes, to take shots at this wonderful place because of a picture of a to-go hot dog, it was insulting, brutal. I didn't appreciate it. I didn't appreciate the slander. So we're going to have to do something. I've invited Roscoe to come. He had a lot of things to say. He knows nothing about food. I want him to, we saw his cheesecake. I saw Shattuck make a few comments. I mean, Shattuck, you'll after you eat a couple of these things, you'll be thanking me later. I'll accept the apology after too, when you see how wrong you were. It's like ground beef on a hot dog. Calling that ground beef is like, again, I said to him, it's like calling the Mona Lisa a painting. Now, it's magical, that stuff. I mean, it takes hours and hours of cooking that stuff. It is a phenomenal recipe, and it's simple. I mean, that's the one thing I like about mixed hot dog. It was too much going on. Like, a hot dog should be, you get everything in one bite, like a burger. One bite, you get everything. This thing has a beautiful line of meat sauce, some chopped onions, some celery salt. That's it. That's all you need. They also are home to the Abbey Special, which is a phenomenal burger with a bolo bun. If you don't know what that is, it's basically like it's a Portuguese bread. It's just kind of a sweet roll that they it's, I don't know, about the yay big, a little bigger, round. You slice it, you griddle it, you put the burger, and you put some cheese. It has like a little pepperoncini peppers, bacon, some sauce. It's just a great burger. Maybe a little nostalgic for me. I'm not saying that you travel to get that burger, but if you're gonna go there, we're gonna do it. So I've invited Roscoe. Should come. We'll give you the full experience. We'll make sure. The day I went in there was a camera crew in there filming something. So they are pretty famous locally. They've won a bunch of those best wieners in Rhode Island contests, and I've eaten at most of them. Wienerama, New York Systems, almost all of them. Very good. Some of them. I haven't had one that's as good as this one. It's perfect. It is a perfect wiener, Coney style. Rod's Grill, www.rodsgrill.com. Now, they're not paying me, but they should. There's a lot of pub for them. And they're great people. I mean, some of the people that have worked there, the server I that took my order there the other day has been there for 30 years. There's another woman that was there for 30 years. I know a girl that when we were younger, I think I was maybe 12 at the time. She was 16 and she started working there, and she still works there. So incredible. But yeah, it was a great experience. So all the slander, wet buns, I need it. I didn't really appreciate it, but yeah, you guys can all go fuck yourself. It is the best hot dog around, and if you don't think so, hey, go try and find out. Or you can go get the one in Cape Cod that you have to cut with a fork and a knife. It's up to you. You can get that shit, or you can come get the real deal in Warren, Rhode Island. And look, those guys will vouch for it. Guaranteed they will. I mean, maybe not Mama Kay, because she did say something that she wasn't like, she liked it, but she wasn't a huge fan. Those other guys, Kevin from Bristol, I mean, look at him. He has taken many, many of those things down. He will tell you. They never get old. So, we talked about the basketball with him, but Culinary leaving too. I don't know. I'm going to get to that. That's kind of sad for me. I was going to say to him here. I mean, I honestly, I know he takes a lot of heat, especially from Menners and other people, Freddie Lynn. But I thought Culinary did a really good job. I've enjoyed him on the show a lot. I don't sit around and look at exactly what the producers are doing and try to pretend like I know what their job is. I don't. So I could never know if they're working hard or not, only by, what's said by Kirk or maybe others that have inside knowledge or not, whatnot. But for me, the more important thing is that they make the show better as part of it. Because on that show, the producers are really a good part of the show. And to me, Dave is really has done that. He takes a lot of shit. I've busted his balls, busted mine, blah, blah, blah. But overall, I'm really going to miss Dave on a day-to-day basis. Obviously somebody new has to come in. I think Bobby Casa is making a huge fucking mistake. I find it to be odd that people look at that podcast and maybe from his point of view, I don't want to be a producer. Now I was thinking this, and I heard Menner say it in his show, and it is true that a producer on that show, and you're really in content, you're not in the background. You're just not. And you're going to put all your stock into the show, I guess, into the podcast he's doing that gets 40 views, or I don't know what he gets for views. I saw on YouTube, it's not much. I feel like if you try to figure this out and work there, you can still do your stuff, and you're just going to get more exposure for yourself. You're young, man. Like, he's a young guy already in his early 20s. This is the time to do it. It's the time to do it. And it's, you're not going to step in and be in Mike's role. It's not going to happen. Like, that's not, you got to earn that, Mike took a long time to get to that role. I mean, his first couple of years, I mean, he really pumped hard to get there. I mean, he's great on the show now. He's always been good on the show, but he had to earn his spot, and he earned it. It's just not going to happen that way. I just don't see it happening that way. I see the best route is to go through that producer role and build yourself up that way. And he's got the talent to do it. I'm just, you got to watch who you take your advice from. You really want to take advice from Jackson. I mean, Jackson gave him advice that he shouldn't do it. I mean, it's so fucking stupid. It's so dumb. It's a show at fucking Barstool Sports. It's Kirk Minahan. You wouldn't do it? Are you nuts? Are you fucking nuts? All because of money? Like, are you fucking crazy? You're young. Honestly, the way I look at it is you go for it. If it doesn't work out, you can go back to where you were and deliver medication. You could take this job. It's not going to pay you probably enough as what you're going to need to make it. Good. You're a good looking guy, man. Grab a piece of paper and a notepad. You be a server somewhere. You'll make up the money. No problem. Work a couple nights a week. You balance it out, you figure it out, and you just build yourself up and use that show to your advantage. I for the life of me, don't understand what you're thinking. I don't get it. I really couldn't imagine passing that up if in his position, with that kind of like that rawness, just waiting to be exposed and brought out. I mean, you got raw talent there. You can do some other things. Like Mary said, you got some producer type qualities too, and you're good on air. So I mean, it's a good win for the show. It's even the best win for you. I mean, this could bring you to Barstool Sports eventually in a different capacity. Maybe it's a totally different role somewhere else. Producers don't usually last tons of time there, so you get everything you can out of it. And it's a no-brainer. I am honestly blown away like that. Like, it's like Kirk said, he's not going to beg for it, but it's honestly on Bobby to kind of just, I think, make the right decision for himself. And that's if he thinks this is the right decision, I guess that's what it's going to be. But I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine passing it up. I just couldn't. And if I had that talent, I definitely wouldn't. I would definitely make it work because it's hard when you. I guess coming from my perspective is different when you're a little older and you kind of look at things differently. But when you're younger, you really do focus on. I don't have enough money to pay my rent, or you got to pay bills, and that stuff is later on. It's not going to be as important as you think. Like you're going to make it, man. You're going to make it. And it's okay to struggle when you're younger. That's normal. It's normal. So I hope he reconsiders. I doubt it, but I think he'd be a great fit on the show. They still would be. It would be kind of, you wouldn't have that traditional, I guess, number one producer, experience wise, but him and Justin, I think together could really be a pretty good combo. And I think Bobby would bring some different ideas that they don't have. But it'd be a win for the fans. But unfortunately, he's going to take that route and he's not going to do it. And it's just, it's pretty sad. And also, I don't know what's going on here, but I saw that Mick is making a pass at Bree from the great Hot or Not program. I don't know what that was. He really was pretty aggressive. Look, you take your shot, you go for it. I don't know what's come of it. I don't know if Tommy or John behind the scenes is because John's a pretty big fan of Mick. Mick's a fan of John. He probably could help him work something out here, but yeah, it was Mick isn't usually that aggressive online that way. That was interesting. So it's something to keep an eye on. See where that little romance may end up. Could be a topic on a show coming up soon. We could see. It could be. But I don't know. I thought Mick. I don't know if you listened to Mick too on Alex Stein. I thought that was very good. Mick's on a great run right here. I saw his picture. I saw he's. Let's see. You can put it up here. What is he now? He's 163.8 pounds. Wow. I don't remember the last time I weighed that. It was a long time ago. But I think the bigger thing here with this picture is I think he fucking look how hairy his legs are. Jesus. He looks more hairy than Mutt. Jeez. But anyway, looking good. But that interview was interesting. That guy just kept fucking. He cannot stop cutting people off. And I feel like Mick kind of got. He did really well with the situation because he just kept inserting and cutting them off, and Mick really hung in there well. And it was a very entertaining interview. I'm not a huge Alex Stein fan per se. I mean, some of his stuff makes you laugh. I kind of like hit or miss. I think some of it's a little cringy. I'm not sure. He kind of made the point that he thought breaking into the office was going to get him some kind of some be more friendly with Dave. I didn't quite understand that, but I don't think he really knew him. It didn't seem like a logical thing to do and then come out the other side well on. But overall, he did have some good points. I thought him and Mick, I really felt like he really liked Mick. It's a pretty big podcast, so congratulations to him. Nice spot. He did a great job, so I enjoyed it. But that's pretty much all I got. I had a few other things. I really, we had the Menors trip to Melbourne. What a day. 10 hours, I guess, to get there, huh? It's a long trip. Those guys seemed, I find it funny that Menors is like, the first thing that you didn't notice I was fat. He's like, no, I didn't notice that first. Well, I probably noticed you were 5'3", so, which is kind of funny. And I like that Menors is like, I never felt short. And it was a great, those guys really together it was really fun to listen to. Seemed like they had a great time. And Jackson, I might have my ups and he's one of these guys that gets under my skin. I'm not going to lie, but, yeah, he's a pretty good guy. So, yeah, it was nice to see those guys, do a couple shows. I do find it funny that Menors was they were at dinner. He was all pissed because the sound wasn't right. And I can just imagine how mad he was. I will say, I mean, if you're going to take stock in Kim Menors, come here, be the producer. Obviously, he said he was going to come sometime this year. It's not looking likely. But that kind of was like a live show kind of travel thing. And I know he's taking a lot of shots at Culinary and kind of blew it. I mean, if you're putting yourself out there to say, hey, I want to be the producer of the show, you have to be able to travel and get out there, and be able to put out a show. And look, okay, he had some excuses. That's fine. I mean, I'm not saying he wasn't out there, trying to get a professional show up. But look, the rest, it's out there. It's out there. People saw it. So I think, probably that's what he was upset about. Although it was great content. Good job, guys. Really enjoyed it. Yeah. And I guess the last thing is just kind of the update on Hoarder Adjacent. We'll go back to that. And I've been working through some things. We're trying to clean up some situations. And, I've come to the conclusion that what I'm going to probably do, whether it's right or wrong, is just kind of when nobody's there, just things are going to disappear. I think that's probably the most, non-childish way to do it. You don't want to fight over stuff. You just kind of let things disappear. And that's kind of where we're at. I don't know if she knows that I've said these things. It's out there. It may be a little exaggerated, but look, I like nice organization. So we haven't really made great jumps yet, but I've made some decisions that's what I'm going to be doing. Things are going to be going. And Rhyno can't get out of here. Should we bring him back on? Because he just can't figure this out, I don't think. Let's see what's going on. Rhyno.
You're right. I don't know how to leave. Whenever I leave, I lose you, and I wanted to watch you, so I guess.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll just keep going. We'll just stay in here. You know what we're going to do, Rhyno? Stay on right now. We'll go to the comments. We got everything else done, I think. We'll see if there's any comments out there. I'm trying to think. Is there any other topics you want to bring up? Anything that stands out to you?
No, I'm good.
You good? All right. That's work, right? Come up with topics is work. So let's see what we got. This is going to be a bad one. Memes. I don't like memes.
I had a different idea. I thought it'd be a panel type thing.
What, today?
Yeah.
I wish I could get a panel on. I wish I could get a panel on, my friend. I would. All right. Yep. Trent South. I don't like you. Let's see. What is this? Nurse Kim's a fan. Kane and Rhyno are written in same font. Any penis italic. Oh, that is not nice. That is not nice, Nurse Kim. Nurse Kim, man, I haven't seen her. She's done a show lately. I know the trial's over. She has to find a new trial to try to get her content on, and I don't know where she's gonna go. Nope. She was crying on air. So did you see when she was crying on air the other day? That was unbelievable. She really was really into it too. So I did feel bad. I think I yelled at her one night. I don't know. It was stupid. I like Nurse Kim. She's good. Okay. Thank you, Jameson. You know what? There's not a lot of great comments. Nothing much, Rhyno. I think we're going to call it out here. Yeah. And then we're going to go to Spaces, me and you. I've been told to stay off it, so I will. I will tonight. But. All right, Rhyno. So I'm gonna get off here now, and when I click off, you'll be off, my friend.
Thank you, Kane.
Have a great night, buddy.
Appreciate it.
I'll see you later.
All right, bye.
Bye. And that's